maybe is it my hard line that's gone? I'm gonna have to start testing pots tomorrow.
Would that be cheaper than a new mic? I mean,
no,
not really.
I've explained how this works to Kyle with the live loop that I run. Even he doesn't understand it. It's pretty fucked up.
It's so fucked up it shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah. So I have like the interface that my microphone runs into, but when I do all you guys through ABS Cube, it runs into an actual like live mixer I have like mounted on the side of my desk, and then I run you guys back into my computer. So that's how I can make the levels all proper. And then I run myself into that when we go live, but now I've just rerun myself back into the computer directly. So
also, hi everybody, we're live.
Yeah,
how's
hi
it going?
everyone. I'm sure that was super interesting.
I don't even know why. How long did you let me go on for?
We had just started the conversation.
So about 2 minutes.
Yeah, about a minute and a half max.
Yes, I am an audio nerd. Let's get that over with.
That's why I get him to do all of my audio editing. By the way, speaking of audio edits, I have the first episode of this campaign out on podcast. I was in the middle of doing all the other ones when my computer shot up to 90 degrees Celsius on the processor side the other day when my thermal paste failed. So I'll get the rest of them out soon.
Thermal paste failure.
It was pretty bad, like to the point where there was my pump was actually causing condensation on my CPU. So I'm glad I shut it down when I did, because I watched the temperature spike and I'm like, nope, we're done. Turned it off. I pulled it off, and sure enough, there was a small layer of condensation on my CPU. I'm like,
see, I found a hack. So I took one of my old phones, I mounted it to the inside of my screen. It tells me what my CPU temperature is because it's connected to my motherboard. So if it spikes, all of a sudden it flashes red, and so I see this bright red light coming from underneath my feet. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, for me, if I want to check my temperatures, I have it either in my tray icons, or if I just click over to Zoom, I've got a little window in the bottom right-hand corner that tells me everything. Like,
yeah, I got it manual.
We are 7 degrees cooler today on my CPU than we have been in the past 3 weeks. So, I mean, or the past 3 sessions. So, obviously, my thermal paste was starting to degrade a long time ago, and it wasn't until the CPU shut up. Anyways, hi, everybody. We are on a tangent about technological issues and audio and all that fun stuff.
But stream, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Right? We are back after a week-long break, so thank you guys for allowing me, crew-wise, to have a week off. Total transparency, I've been mentally inhibited. I went back and was looking at numbers and viewership, and it discouraged me. So I just needed a week to realize that it's not about the numbers, it's about having fun. And yeah, so we're back. I'm here. We are good. So let's get into some announcements. So we are currently, obviously, doing our... Yes, Darren?
In pure transparency, I've done this for 3.5 years, and my numbers have slowly now started to go up.
Yes.
So...
yeah.
We don't do it because it shows reputation. We do it because we love it.
Yes, exactly. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we are part of the Extra Life Charity Foundation. So we are raising money for BC Children's Hospital this year, and this is our 3rd year doing it. So we are currently at the $225 mark with a goal of $2,000 for the year. My game day will be November 12th of this year, where I will be doing a 24-hour stream. And I have not really gone into detail as to what I will be doing, but I will be marathoning behind a steering wheel for 24 hours. I have decided to, I'm going to be starting up another channel here and very soon, and I will be entering the world of sim racing. So for 24 hours, I will be racing on the 12th. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The more tired I get.
Please don't make those your qualifying rounds.
Right? No. We're probably gonna switch over to like Need for Speed or Forza or something once I start getting really bad, because in the world of iRacing, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, there is a I rating, which is your actual rating as a driver, and there's your safety rating. And your safety rating matters, and if you have too many incidents, you can get disqualified and points get lost. No, I'm not doing that to myself. So anyways, that is what is coming down the pipe here. And then yes, so currently I have another Twitch channel that we are starting to build upon. It's not got a lot on it, but if you guys want to follow those shenanigans in the coming future, you guys can find that on Twitch at The Unlucky Racer. Not The Unlucky Roller, The Unlucky Racer. Me and Darren were looking at this the other day and could not believe that nobody had taken that name, so I did.
Like, we were appalled. Like, wow.
YouTube, nothing. Twitch, nothing. Facebook gaming, nothing. Everything led to me being allowed to have this name, and I'm like, perfect. It's on brand. We're The Unlucky Rollers. Now I'm The Unlucky Racer. It's great. Anyways, so that's that announcement. If you guys want to go and give that channel a follow and watch the other passion of my life, you will see that. I will also, on that channel, be trying to do some live streams as I start restoring my 1991 GMC Sonoma to factory original spec other than a lowering kit. Anyways, I'll stop talking about cars. We're here for D&D. With that being said, what?
We do that at work enough.
Yeah. With that being said, Syrinscape is the software that we use for all of our ambient sounds and music, and I don't have it open, so that's a good reminder for myself. If you guys want some really cool sounds and music for your D&D campaigns, you guys can go over to Syrinscape.com, sign up for a free account. There are some free sounds, and then I think it's like $20 every couple of months.
Every 2 months.
And that gives you access to every single sound set they have out there. There's also some other bundle information. So if you just want D&D stuff, you can get a D&D subscription, which is a little bit cheaper. But yeah, you guys can also make your own custom sound sets on it. I'm talking like I'm trying to, like, you know, be sponsored by these guys or something. Anyways, that is that announcement. We also have our wonderful Vesperia here, also known as the Singing Sam, who does our weekly recaps. I think she's a little bit behind right now, but, you know, it's fine. Life happens, and it will get there eventually. We are not here because we are, like, super, super popular. We're here because we want to have fun. So I don't expect anything out of my players that I wouldn't do for myself. So whenever it gets there, it gets there. We are currently sitting on YouTube with the first 7 episodes, and our podcast has the first episode out, as I had said earlier. I believe that is all of the announcements for this evening. So without further ado, who rolled the lowest again? Who rolled the 12? Partner. If you could lead us into our recap for the night.
My microphone, okay, there it is. Yeah, so last time we were off on the walking, ran into a small band of cultists and kobolds, decided to basically kill them too, spared a kobold, got some information. Keith and Valzana wanted to save it. They said no. Killed that. Vess had a conversation with Dick Butt, because I don't remember his name.
Dick Nuts.
There it is. And that made
Val's version, Dick Butt. Makes a lot of sense. That's on brand.
He got something to say about that. On our Sunday night campaigns, we actually have a
oh my god,
a fighter called Dick Buttkiss.
Oh no!
Really now?
Yep.
No.
Yep, we do. He is a fighter that has a skeleton named Dick's boner.
Nick's boner.
Oh, so yeah, you can imagine the jokes. Anyways, back to the recap.
And then there was that conversation. Pretty sure there was another one that I'm forgetting. And then Valzana said a comment of between gold and a baby on a cliff, everybody in the party would hesitate. That shocked everybody. Valzana's confused. She thought it was common knowledge.
Kate wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah, except for Kate. She said almost everybody. She said the most of you. Kate doesn't count because he's confused.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Bess, after all these conversations and all that, decided she was going to be as far away from the party as possible, which turned out to be a horrible thing on Insight when he ran into an ambush later on down the line. And everybody was sprinting Bloody Mary to get over there. Luckily, we only had a couple of almost deaths.
Almost.
People were throwing death staves. Hey, nobody died, so it's almost death.
Nobody
I think
died
several of
outright.
us rolled some nat ones on our death saves.
Oh no, well, no, not ones. I have
did.
advantage. You were not one. I had
I got
advantage and
stabbed.
still. Oh yeah, you got stabbed. You were not one. I had advantage and was still failing.
And we killed them all. And the last thing was Valzana overkilled one and burnt him to the resemblance of charcoal in the shape of a person. And that's where we left off.
That is where we left off. I was trying to find something here while you were doing that, because I wanted to play it after the recap, but it's fine. I don't know where it went. All right,
remembering random facts.
You guys are currently sitting or standing around a bunch of dead bodies on the road after killing one of the cultists that was trying to run to alert the camp of your presence and your arrival. You guys were able to make short work of it. I believe Kadrine took to the skies and pew finger guns the crap out of that bad boy. So, yeah, you guys are currently... that's where you guys currently are at. So, before we get really rolling here, is there anything you guys want to do before we start making our way back down the path?
I want to propose that we actually don't take the path.
I would like to.
I think that might
perhaps
be a
take
decent idea.
the high ground.
Yeah, let's not take the path. But also, a few of us should probably drink the health potions. Can I know?
I might require one myself.
You have one. I gave you one.
Oh yeah, that's right. So too many hits to the head. I will find the potion, grab it, pop it, drink it.
One as well. Okay, not great.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah,
Rolled low.
same.
One. I rolled a 1 plus.
So I believe Landris had, 6 of them? I think is what we had discussed.
I'm
So there
okay
are...
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in the party should have one, at least one health potion.
I mean, if we want to take a short rest, I've got plenty of hit die I can burn, but...
That's true.
So it is currently, you guys left town around noon after the benefits of a long rest. And then you guys have been traveling for about, I think I said 3 hours. So yeah, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have about 2 hours before dark. Well, before it starts to slowly start getting dark. As you can see that there is obviously the one sun in the sky. Slowly starting to get to about that midway point to going down around the horizon. Being that, what day are we on? Does anybody remember? I think it's the 7th day of
It's definitely not the 7th. I know that much.
Wasn't just our lore keeper, Vesperia.
Yeah.
I'm counting. I think we're on day 5.
Yeah, but say it's not 7.
Day
We're not that far.
5. So 5 days into the adventure. Yes, that sounds about right. And we started on which day? Does anybody remember?
I wrote it down somewhere. I don't remember it.
Sorry, I run my own show. I'm not doing the details on this one. I'm sorry.
We started on the 4th.
We
Or the
talk about it
3rd.
too much at work.
Yeah, totally. Anyways, that being said, it is I think it's the 9th of Uktar, which is in Earth time would basically be the 9th of November. There's currently about, a foot of snow on either side of the path. The path is been walked across, so it's kind of been packed down quite a bit from the raiders, making it very easy for you guys to find your way to this southern camp.
Yeah, let's take let's sit down for a minute.
Taking a bit
Is it
of a
possible
break
to not
would
sit
probably
down in the middle of the road?
Yeah, let's find like a little alcove somewhere.
Well, if I may, how high is this cliffside next to the walk?
Currently that one is what you see on the map, so about 10 feet tall. 10 to 15.
Why don't we take the idea and put everybody up a little bit of a higher ground so we can actually keep an eye on this just in case somebody decides to come by.
Easy enough for me. And I'll just flap my wings. I'm on top of the cliff.
Through all of this, I haven't moved from where I was brought back.
I'm very aware of this. I'm trying to get to everybody. Okay, do you have a rope that you can just swing down so everybody can just climb up?
Do I have a rope?
Most adventurers come with a rope.
I start looking through my...
You know what? No, I've got
My
rope.
bag.
I know I've got rope. I've got fucking 50 feet of rope, so I'm just
I
gonna throw
literally
it up
don't
to you.
know if I have a rope. Oh no, I do have a rope.
Okay, good.
Yes. Some rope falls down the cliffside.
All right. So Kadrine throws a rope down over the cliffside, making it a little bit easier for you guys all to climb up the side of the cliff.
Oh, I'm gonna make you definitely climb up like where one of the trees are. Because Kadrine, she knows she's not very strong. So, as the intelligent woman she is, she's going to utilize a tree.
All right. Well, there's a really big tree up in that northern cliffside. If you guys wanted to go up that one. There's also lots of trees down along the southern area. So,
High ground, not low ground.
No, it might have been actually a better idea. There's more trees on the other side.
I mean, you're the one that can move around.
Oh, fuck it. And I will fly over with my rope to the other side, where there are more trees, therefore more cover.
all right. So you move your way over to the southern side with your rope, and you throw the rope back over. Everybody else, are you going to make up the rope, or?
I know Balzan's a little preoccupied staring at the burnt charcoal corpse that she did a little bit ago. Because that's the first time she's done that.
Hey, Ensign.
Yeah, Kate.
I feel like we're going to have to move two of them to cover for the time being.
You do that. I got something I got to quickly deal with, if you don't mind.
Take your time. I'll see what I can do.
And in the process of doing that, I'm gonna go over to where Bess is. I'm gonna like squat down, like you see someone squat down on their heels.
I don't look up at you. I'm instead looking at my hands, one of the long gloves that I wear has been burnt off. And the black fingers that you've seen before has traveled all the way down past my wrist. And I'm just staring.
Well, that's starting to go a little bit further.
I thought it was over.
As you see, I've got like the new lines across my eye. Unfortunately, I don't think it ever stops.
It stopped for a while.
You pushed yourself pretty hard lately. You probably called on a bit too much. Come on. Let's at least get off the road.
And I'll slowly stand up.
I'll help you up.
And though hit points wise, I'm okay. I'm leaning pretty heavily on you. Are you all right?
I'll be fine. I'm taking risks.
I'll just let you lead me wherever.
Lead her over to the rope. Okay. Last little bit is we kind of got to go up.
All right. I'll start to climb.
Immediately after that, I'm going to go up underneath her and just like push her up at the same time so she doesn't have to. Because, you know.
I'm sad and weak.
No, just a tank. Maybe everybody up top.
Go over to Vess. No, that's
Valzana.
Valzana.
The other V name.
There's too many V's. I'll go over to Valzana. Hey, Val?
And the minute you like kind of say her name, she was like kind of poking at the charcoal, watching it fall apart. She's gonna like jump all the way up and go.
It's
I
fine.
twitch.
It's fine. We should make our way over to where the others are going. It's someplace out of the way of the road.
We're leaving.
Well, we're not leaving per se. We're going to a slightly safer area to get some rest.
Yeah, rest. Rest is a good idea. Rest is needed. Let's go. Let's go.
Take it easy though.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, you've been through a lot in the past few days. So just gotta make sure you're also doing okay.
Yeah. Did you know that if you burn someone high enough, you don't have any? There's no smell. I thought there'd be a smell.
I did not know that.
There's no.
I know it now.
That was a person, right?
Was.
That. Okay.
Well, I mean, they also hurt people, so I guess it depends on who you ask, I guess.
You okay?
Because, you know, an ensign might say they were just a bandit. But, I don't know. Depends on who you ask. But let's get going.
Okay.
And I'll lead Val over to where the others are going.
So follow along. Slightly jumpy and twitchy, but she's good.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a climb, so,
Oh, I'm good at climbing. I can climb.
alright. Yeah,
Yeah, with the help of the rope, you guys are able to easily make your way up. I'm not going to make you guys make a check or anything like that. It's only 10 feet.
Well,
Yeah.
So at
climb
this
on up
point,
there.
is everybody up on the hill now?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're just leaving the dead bodies on the path?
if
And
Well,
then
we did.
if anyone shows up, we can go down and add more dead bodies to the path.
I was like, if anybody shows
know-
up, kill them more.
It's actually a good point. As Kadrian watches everyone make their way up the rope, she thinks of the kobold mess that they had cleaned up previously by the river. Perhaps we should consider trying to hoist what we can up. The ones that are whole, anyway. Yeah. The ashy ones we might be able to bury in. I don't know. Some snow.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do, but I don't know. I think in most of our current states, it's
I'm
gonna be kinda hard to
actually the
carry.
most person that's probably well at the moment, besides Catherine.
I'm actually quite well.
I would say I didn't
And
get
Delandris
really-
probably is too. As I see, there's like no blood, cuts, anything.
Delandris
No,
with
no, he's
absolutely
hurt.
nothing.
On the one.
No, he's still hurt. He's not.
he is?
He's not below
Not
half or
tapped.
anything. He's definitely
Not
hurt. He
very
got
hurt.
tapped in the first fight.
Okay.
But
Probably.
yeah,
Oh
a little bit
yeah,
hurt.
because he ran up.
Yeah.
And then he got swarmed.
yep. He said, "Fuck
Catering-
this! My Eldritch blasts aren't hitting," and started swiping at people with his sword.
Yeah. Adrian is not hurt.
Neither is Ozana.
I can't say I'm very strong, but with the help of, I don't know, those who are able, I think we should be able to get them away.
Oh, come help me, a couple. We'll look the best.
Yeah.
Just stay here, please. I'll give her a quick kiss on the forehead and I'll jump down the rope.
All right, let's do this. And Keith will follow down.
Well, Ozana's gonna follow as well.
Moving corpses.
All right. So,
I think this is like our trend.
Not
1, 2, 3,
looking
4, 5,
forward
6.
to the guy.
I think
like,
this is
all
the
way
first
over
corpse move that I haven't spearheaded. This is weird to sit back.
1,
The
2,
deaf cleric just watching all this go
3,
down.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So there's 7 bodies. You guys.
How many of them are
spend-
just charcoal?
One.
I
That's
believe
one.
it's
I mean, I
yeah.
totally
The only one.
obliterated one, so that minus is 1
2.
because it pastes
Yeah.
it away, and that would be
There's
another
6.
one. So there's only 5.
5. Yep.
I mean, the
All right.
charcoal one we can crush and just put into the snow, so it looks like a dirt pile.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the 2 I took out that were trying to flee are quite a bit of the way over.
Well, we'll go and get them.
Tree.
Keith, come on.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to drag those guys back.
I mean, Kadrian will also help. It is her fault that they are there. But she's also responsible for their deaths.
Fair
No,
enough.
just drag him by the ankles. I mean, yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, I'd pick them
I'm
up by
not
like
very
a wrist
concerned.
and just drag them like head first through the snow and dirt.
Yeah, that's why Keith is dragging him by their ankle.
No, I'm
Kadrian
not that
is
polite.
trying to, like, kick any loose snow over smears of blood as
All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get a group survival check. So everybody roll me a survival, and then we'll see how well you guys
I'm not
do.
I can't help, right?
If you're not helping with the bodies, no. But anybody
Too
that is
bad I
helping
have
move
pretty
bodies,
decent survival.
Ooh,
Everybody's
bummer.
roll-
-1
yeah.
to survival.
Ooh, that's a flat 7, baby.
Flat 10.
Oh,
Oh, Druid.
well, it's a 4 because I have negative survival.
No.
We try our best.
I'm not even gonna roll. I'm not even
Wait,
gonna
wait,
roll
wait,
for
I'm not done.
Elandris. You guys
Wait.
just failed the
Wait,
group
wait,
check.
do it,
really
do
bad.
it.
Great, hang on, I'm not
Oh,
done.
he got a 13.
Let me add a d6 onto this roll.
Okay.
Okay, not much better. 12.
We're not that great at hiding bodies, apparently.
Yeah, no.
Your death cleric is
Drag
out
marks
of
in
commission,
the,
just
in the
watching you make a
snow.
mess of this bullshit.
Definitely still blood everywhere.
Yeah, somehow as you guys are like carrying bodies, you get them on the rope, somebody's pulling them up the cliffside. Somebody gets tramples through some of the blood and is making more bloody tracks in the snow. You guys are able to successfully hide like 2 of the bodies, both of them being cultists. But you finally, after about 20 minutes, give up on the 2 bigger guys. So the one with the big warhammer.
Wait, I would like to chop them into pieces with my sword.
What?
If they're too big for us to move, I'll
just make a
chomp,
bloody
chomp,
mess.
chomp, and just break it up.
Okay.
Isn't one of them already cut like bilaterally? That was the first one you killed, and the second one you turned to ash and decapitated.
Yep.
Yes, that one's already gone into dust, but I mean, I can cut up the rest. We just need to move parts around at that point, throw them over cliffs and shit.
I hate to break it to you, but you're just going to make more blood stains in the snow.
I wonder how much. I wonder how much.
And
of
I
this blood
already
is mine.
stepped in a lot of blood, so it's going to be pretty obvious that someone was here.
Shouldn't we just, I don't know, not try and hide them and instead trudge them up the path that's right over there on the south wall that we totally could have used instead of using rope?
Well, you know, to be perfectly
That
honest,
path
at this
doesn't
point, I
exist.
don't think it.
Okay.
I don't think it actually matters what we do at this point, because
There's a lot
Just-
of blood.
just look at the state of it. Like literally, like stray innards, blood.
Yeah. So yeah,
This
you
is very
guys,
obvious.
you guys do the best you can over the course of 20 minutes. You're able to somewhat clean up the mess, but there is definitely bloody footprints that just all of a sudden up and disappear at the cliffside bottom right here, where you guys are climbing up the rope. There's a couple of blood smears on the cliffside from one of the bodies that you dragged up to get off the road. You've made a horrible mess.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. Can I roll
You could have
persuasion on
just
that?
left well enough alone. You know,
What are you trying to persuade?
I'm just trying to persuade everybody
Yourself?
that it's not that bad.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll the persuasion then. Yeah, persuade yourself.
I mean,
So
you'll
my
you'll
minimum
probably
is a
succeed.
14.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, you probably succeed. I mean,
you
Keith is a
might need to
fucking
be
idiot.
wise.
Oh yeah, no, 14. I can't roll lower than a 7. I rolled a 6, so that makes it an 8. So 8 plus 6 is 14.
And I'll get a straight wisdom check to anybody that has
God
less
damn it.
than that as a passive.
But I'm intelligent.
So a
But
wisdom
you're not
check.
that wise!
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you know what? Let me just make this roll.
Well,
Oh. Hey, Anson.
you know what? You're right. It's not that bad.
Hey,
Yeah.
Anson. I'm calling you bluff.
If I squint out of my
18.
heart, I can hardly see the
That's a
blood.
bunch of bullshit. That sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, so
Flat 18.
so anybody that rolled over Ensign's roll will know that he's doing his best to try and make light of a situation. But yeah, he's definitely lying to you. For those that are under his roll, you would know that that you guys believe that you have all
It's
done
really
it.
not that bad.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad.
It's horrible, but it's actually not.
You know,
Yep.
out of everything that we've done, this is probably the worst that we've done.
What?
There is no sign of whether it's friend or foe on the road. Just
so
that there's a
much
lot of blood.
There's like
That's what you
every other
believe.
time that we've every other time that we've killed something, like yeah, there's a little bit of blood, but there's no bodies. Well,
know
this
what,
time there's no
dragon-
bodies. Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah, but it just looks like a standard cleanup act. Kate, you're really going to be a hypocrite on this? I mean,
perhaps.
I'm just
Will it not
saying
really
that
matter?
we've done a pretty good job of prior times of not having this much blood. And to be
okay,
fair,
okay,
that
yes,
big pile
we've
right
done,
there, that big
we've
pile
definitely
right there is
done
my blood.
better. Okay, we've definitely, and my blood's over there along with Vesta's blood on top of my own blood, but we've definitely done better on the cleanup scale. I will admit that.
All right, everybody, that is enough. Can we all just agree to disagree that this is a very shitty situation and let's just drop it? Alandra says.
I need to talk to you actually.
I'm leaving
About-
this one alone. I'm going back up the goddamn rope.
Yes, Keith, what would you like?
So this was just a little bit before this took off. You called me a reborn.
Yes?
What is that? Like, what does that entail?
Simply put, you died and you came back to life. It's kind of self-explanatory.
Well, like why did I come back?
Clearly, somebody was not done with you and had a greater purpose for you. I don't know all the answers. I just know what I see. I kind of know death.
All right. Well,
You don't smell alive. You don't look alive. You don't act alive. You are just living. You don't breathe. You don't eat. You don't drink. All telltale signs. Reborn.
huh. Well, that's
Not a
neat.
bad thing.
That's neat, I guess. We should probably climb up there. Huh.
Yes. Allow me a few moments. I need to do something, and then I will be up.
All right. Hopefully everyone's doing okay up there after all of that. And in case we'll climb back up.
All right. So, you guys are all up there. 5 minutes after you guys all, Keith makes his way up. Elandris does finally come up as well. You guys all can take your short rest. Is there anything that you would want to do over the course of the hour that you guys are resting?
I do. I'm going to be using 2 of my 4 hit die.
I'll use 3
Sick.
of my 4. Let's see, I'm gonna just roll on here actually.
I'll use
Short
one.
rest. I used 3 of my 4. Boom.
No,
Wow.
that's fine.
I rolled a 1. It's super helpful.
Savage.
Brutal.
In the process of taking our short rest, I would sit next to Vess. She's kind of like just stares at her hands or whatever she's doing at that moment in time. Let a couple minutes go by. And then Vess. Am I a problem?
Problem? What do you mean?
Well, Andrew said that I was the problem. I was the problem that you left, the reason why you stay away. I mean, I could brush it off at the moment's time, but it's hard not to have it, like, kind of eat away at you. Just to think maybe you might be right.
Oh, how could... No, you're the reason I stay away because you've shown me that I'm a person?
Well, the exact reason why I classified it as being a problem. And I can't deny Elandris wouldn't lie. He gets paid enough to just be able to talk to him whatever way he wants.
I don't think you're a problem.
That's a good thought, but one out of many.
You would be as much of a problem as I was. I was always a problem for my family.
But that was for different reasons. Ones they didn't want to accept. We've talked about that. I'm a problem just by being me.
I could say the same about myself. It feels a bit like a pot calling the kettle black.
I made the choice willingly. You didn't. Yeah, I can't call the kettle black when the kettle didn't exist in the first place.
I don't know if I made the choice or not. Actually. It was a long time ago. And I don't... Maybe there was a deal made. What have I told you about what happened? Why I'm like this? And I hold up the one uncovered hand.
Also, before you guys get too dived into this, I also wanted to let you, Sam and Darren, our Ensign of Vesperia, you guys both would have noticed before Elandros came up the cliff that a raven had taken off from his arm.
Not of a concern of mine right now.
Yeah, I'm not really paying that much attention, I guess.
Yeah, your passive perception allows you to see something then. So maybe you didn't see it was a raven, but you definitely saw something like fly off of his arm.
As much as I'm aware, and you tell me all the time. Yeah. Went down when you were younger. Drowned.
I died.
You like to skip around that word a lot. Not as of
I know.
late. Yes, you died.
I died.
And then you don't remember almost nothing, and then just being awake.
I
Alive.
remember. I lied. I remember. I was in a different place. And so far, every time I've fallen now, I go back to the same place. I don't... Well, I have nothing to compare it to, but I don't think that it's an afterlife like the hells or the divine realms necessarily. It feels in between. But I can see a castle far away. And she's always there. And I remember when I was a child, she held me and it felt warm and safe. And she told me it wasn't my time yet and that she would send me back. And she did. And then I started to change. And while you were reading about all of your things at Candlekeep, I was reading about mine. Yes. I was reading about mine. I'm no longer a high elf, Ensign.
I knew that something was up. I just didn't want to put the tabs on it. You don't look like a high elf. You never look like a high elf, even though you've called yourself a high elf since we've known each other.
It was what I was born as. It's what my family is. She changed something in me, and I know, I was told once, when I was very young, I had no soul. I think she took it, or a part of it, and kept it in that place. And every time over the last few days that I've been brought back, it's like I can feel a pull toward that place, and it gets stronger every time. I don't know what that means, but I can't imagine it's good.
Probably not. Actually, I want to see if I can try something. Kyle, if you'll let me.
Please explain.
So I have my health site.
Yep.
I can do this up to what my charisma modifier is. I have a +4. I'll burn an extra charge of this if you want me to, but I want to be able to transfer that ability once to Vess so she can see all these echoes that I fucking see every time I do this.
You can do it to mount your charisma modifier.
Mm-hmm. I have 4 uses of it as of right now.
And
I want
you
to
just
burn
wanna do
one
this
for me to
once?
use it, and I want to burn 1 for her.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to give her. Okay, so yeah.
The way I would allow that to work is as long as you're maintaining contact with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd burn 2 charges.
Yeah, okay. So I'd put my hand on Vess's shoulder and I'd be like, then explain to me what this is. And as I like squeeze down, you'd literally feel your consciousness extend 60 feet around you in its entirety. And then all these like spectral echoes of people fill this space. They're just shapes. It's like a head and just this wisp, but they exist. Every time I do this, they're watching. They're always
You will also see those same ghostly figures that you've seen, that you saw the very first time you used it.
Mhm.
They're always standing like right there, moving around, walking right through you, as if they're right there, but you can't actually feel or touch them.
It's like shadows.
Yes.
It started to
What
haunt my
is
dream.
this?
I don't know. It started to haunt my dreams, Bess.
As a religious person, would Vess know, and would I know anything or be able to identify like even a fraction of what this might be?
No. Unfortunately, at this current stage, with even like if you were even to do like a quote unquote knowledge check or a history check, you wouldn't know enough about these shadows or images that outside of the stuff that Ensign is also describing. Like he sees those things, and then he sees these other shadows and stuff that he's not entirely sure what they are, but they are. They're like, it's like they're watching him, but they're not watching him, and it literally looks like a person is just passing you by. It's like they're walking, as in like they've got a direction, a destination, and it's so natural in their movements sometimes, but sometimes they're just staring.
And they're specifically staring at him when they stare.
At him, yes. Only whether that be because he can also see them and they know they can see him, or he can see them, or it's just because he is physically looking at them and they're just happen to be looking either at him or at the group. She has not been able to discern that either.
Okay.
Somebody with true sight would also be able to see those shadows. But I don't know if any of you have true sight, so.
No. It's almost like there's something I can't see on top of this. Sometimes I'm noticed, sometimes I'm not. I throw it out every now and then just to see if I'm still being watched. Some people sometimes they're always looking, sometimes they're not.
How long has this been happening?
Longer than I've had the ability to reconnect it. That's one of the reasons I made the deal I did. It's because I started to see them in real life. shadows, walking through the walls, walking through people, just anywhere. It started to drive me mad. And now with this, I see it again.
I think at that I reach over and I take your hand and just hold it tightly.
I will break concentration on it, let it go away.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll find out what they are and why they're watching, and you saw them without whatever that was that you gave me before?
A long time ago. When I was a lot younger. I made the deal I did so that it would go away, but I think as of it's late, and since I guess the deal or the pact has been much more put into use, I can see it when I need to, but it's not always there like it used to be. It's like you felt, it's an extension of your own consciousness to see what's covered and what's hidden behind magic or sorcery. At least that's what I read back in the books. They call it the Hell Sight, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason I lost my eye.
That makes sense. It was the same night. I remember when you went off looking at all of it.
I think it's got something more to play, but I just don't know why yet.
Whatever it is, I'll be here with you for it.
I know. I know.
If you are a problem, you're my problem.
That's good.
And fuck Elandris. Fuck all of them. All of that.
No,
Whatever he
fuck it.
says, he's wrong.
You can say what you want, you may be wrong, but like I said, he gets paid enough to be able to speak his mind. That's the one thing I will respect about him.
His mind doesn't have to be right.
And neither is any of ours. Does it make a difference?
What, you really think the reason I was sent back as a child was to sit in a grand house with a corrupt name behind me and mountains of gold? To do what? Throw people in jail for unruly behavior or not worshipping the correct god?
That exact comment, I'll kind of like slouch a little bit up against the screen, like pull my hood down, just be like, you know, it's stuck in the grand house now, and you've still got plenty of life left.
Well, if you think Elandris is right, then you're agreeing with that. That's my fate.
Maybe down the road, but not right now.
We'll hope it's far, far down the road.
So my only other question, was this a conversation you guys were having in private, or was this something that anybody could have overheard?
If we have a private conversation, it's usually an infernal, so the only person that would be able to hear it is Cade.
I imagine this was like not like it wasn't broadcast, but it would. I don't think we were like.
It wouldn't have been
walk
broadcast
away.
outright, but I mean, we
Cade also has shitty perceptions, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah. Azana's making
not
a
even
snow
that
angel
Cade
in the
has
corner.
shitty
It's
perception.
like,
I have a 12 pass. I was just like, even if I did overhear, it's just more of a.
You hear something,
I'm
yeah,
not
you
gonna
hear some
do
talking.
anything.
Okay, no, that's
you
fair.
just hear the grating, like.
I probably hear like every like couple words like problem.
Yeah, you hear
Shadows,
problem a lot.
sight,
Death.
Problem.
They're
Problem.
eye
problem,
missing,
problem,
yeah, that kind of
death.
stuff. All right, sounds good. No worries. I just wanted to make sure, like, give you guys potentially a chance to interject in the conversation as it was going on. But yeah, sorry, if there was anything else, Ensign invests. If not, we can move along.
I think just at the end of it all, she says, now shut up, I want to close my eyes, and then rest her head. Rest my head on your shoulders.
So
Both shoulders.
I am already asleep.
yeah, so you guys spent like 20 minutes cleaning up the bodies, and then you guys were spending some time on a short rest. Were you guys setting up a fire or anything like that, or were you guys staying in the frigid temperatures?
I would stay cold.
Okay.
Yeah, fire just doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, that's totally solid. You would see Alandris is just kind of, throughout the course of that, just kind of pacing this cliffside back and forth. But for the most part, doesn't say or do anything or talk to anybody. So at the end of your guys' short rest, how do you guys want to proceed? It is now currently sitting at about 4:30. Sun is like 30 minutes to an hour from setting and starting. It's starting to get slightly darker.
Hey, kid.
What?
You got a little bit more of a height advantage on the rest of us, since your wings are working again. We take a little bit of a slower route, move across this cliffside along with the road. Would you be willing to be a little bit higher up and a little bit more forward, do a little bit of scout? If we know what's coming, we'd be a little bit more prepared.
In the dark, maybe, but I'm a lot larger than a bird.
A little bit more. Stay a little bit closer to the tree line. Stay a little closer to the tree line. We only need it for the daytime. Then get a little further in. I don't want to let these fuckers get away.
Do we see the beginnings of any fires now that it's starting to get darker?
Yeah, you guys will notice that there is a slight glow coming from the southeastern direction, obviously towards the camp direction. Starting to kind of creep up as the sun starts to finally get to that point. It's not very like bright or roaring. It's, a couple of little spots that you guys can kind of see. It's not too far away. You guys are like a mile off, if that.
If you're worried about her blowing up and stealthing and everything, when we get close enough, I can turn into a rat and go check out the whole camp.
I mean, that's also a very
That is an
valid point.
idea.
Or
But I would suggest that perhaps we enact any of our plans after dark.
Adrian, if you are worried about being seen, I can solve this problem very quickly.
Oh yeah!
Oh, I personally am not worried about myself being seen so much. If any of us are seen, that could be a concern. I'm more just saying that a small group of us visibly walking toward a camp, presumably full of people, doesn't seem like the best tactical decision for a rescue mission.
What did you all do with the bodies? Perhaps we could dress ourselves to look like them. We're a small enough group. We could be headed back from Greenest.
I'm not sure a whole lot of the clothes would be intact after what we had to do.
I'll look over the side of the cliff.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't look down there.
Good gods, what did you do to them?
We?
I do not specialize in cleanup.
What? Was this supposed to be better?
Better than just leaving them out on the goddamn road.
Anything could have attacked them on the goddamn road. Not anything could do this.
I mean,
A dragon?
You don't get to talk to Elandris.
And besides, but Katrin, why are you worried about us being seen? We're not going down the road. We're going to be like flanking it from the side, I'd assume. At least that's what I was thinking. Was I the only one with that level?
No, it's not. It's more that.
Her in the
so
sky makes her a target.
Here's the thing. So great, we get up to the camp. And it's still light outside. What are we going to do? Just stare at it? Walk in while it's still light, while everyone is still awake?
Like I was saying, I could turn to a rat and go scope it out and come back, and then we could talk about our plans into the night.
As someone who has just had the experience of going on ahead, should anything happen to you, it's not ideal.
Geek is just going to slowly look at this.
Yeah. I'm just pointedly not looking at you.
Yeah, no.
Even after all this time, through like the dirt of travel, there's still very obvious tear tracks down my face.
I'm gonna wipe your face with clean snow.
I'm all
What
right,
if I
thank
told
you.
you all that there was a raven already sent forward to scout?
That would have been nice information before we all bantered.
A raven is a
So
lot less
you-
conspicuous than me, that is for sure.
You can talk to birds?
Just one.
Is it possible to learn how to do that?
Yeah, but I don't know about in your craft.
I can learn. Maybe.
Well, Nevar is a bird sworn to my service via a pact that I made. So I just talk to it telepathically.
And has
Oh,
your raven
What
said
does it
anything?
say?
There's quite a bit of traffic through the camp. They all seem to be working away. Kobolds, cultists. I saw the big blue dragon dude. He's talking to 3 others. One in red robes. Another half dragon looking person. And a lady in purple robes.
Sounds like Lady Mondath.
We already don't like her. We've barely learned anything about her.
Do
She
you
did
know where the
orchestrate
monkey
the
is?
destruction of the town, so.
The person
Yes.
we're looking for? Does
So
the
yes.
raven see that?
Yes, Leosin is hanging from a wooden stake in the ground currently. Doesn't look like he's very well off.
And is the stake
hey,
centralized to the
hey.
camp?
Or tied hanging or hanging?
No, he is very much hands above his head. He's got ropes going right here, hands tied up and legs tied at the bottom, like straight up.
Felt important to clarify.
Yeah, he's off the ground.
Is it like in the corner? Can we like circle around to specifically go there? Or isn't it the center?
Well, you see, it doesn't. There is not a lot of opening, or there's not a lot of cover around him. He seems to be pretty much in the middle of the camp, not 200 feet away from a group of drakes and some more of those guys that we fought down there.
Oh. So
Well, I didn't
nighttime.
anticipate he wouldn't be well guarded.
What was that?
Oh, I was just saying I didn't anticipate that he wouldn't be well guarded. They weren't going to stick him off in a hole all alone. Their prized prisoner. Or, well, one of them, perhaps.
The two half-dragons, the lady in the robes and the man in the red robes, were standing at the entrance to a cave.
Did you say 2?
Yes,
Yeah,
there's a blue
two
one
now.
and a black one. That should not be your concern. The concern that we should have is there is approximately 180 or more people in this camp.
I don't have a concern about numbers. Just
Yeah,
make it happen.
each half dragon basically accounts to 50 people. Yes, I'm concerned about them. That's 100 right there.
Anyways, if we are going to make our move, we should figure it out and how we're going to do it. And we should do it fast. It is getting dark, and it is starting to get very, very cold. And you guys will, for the first time, notice that the wind has picked up quite a bit.
Still not as cold as where I'm from.
Yes,
If
we
it's-
know.
Well, if it's very, very cold for us, it'll be very, very cold for them as well. If we can just wait them out long enough for most of them to cozy up to a fire, then perhaps we can sneak in,
I mean,
get him out.
working on the aspect of darkness and distraction is probably a good idea.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Why not both be sneaky and distracting?
Well,
You're
I mean,
Raven. Was there a place we could bottleneck them at the entrance to this camp? And perhaps a place where some of us could sneak in behind this bottleneck?
Well, from what the lay of the land that I can see is, it seems that this cliffside that we are currently residing on goes down, wraps all the way around the camp, back up, and from what my Raven could see, it connects to the one across the road. So the bottleneck is this road.
that might be a
Would you
little
propose to
trouble.
lure them out of the camp?
I'm not
I
sure.
could.
That sounds like an exceedingly bad idea.
It's only an exceedingly bad idea if I get caught. I could just run a fucking distance up to where we know we can get the process. Elandris can put some invisibility on me, and then I'm gone. I know that the half dragon's still there, and they want to get a fucking piece of me if I'm still alive. I'll call them out first.
I don't like this plan at all. I don't like this plan at all.
The best plans are the ones you don't like.
No, the best plans are the ones that I do like, because that means you're going to die. I
That's a
don't
lie.
like-
Don't you
Look.
even? You like this plan. Come on.
No,
Ensign, I
here's
don't have
the-
a problem with casting invisibility on you. The problem is I need to be within reach of you to do so, which means that we are both going to be exposed.
Exactly. You just stay to a certain point, and then I run to you.
No.
But I also hate to point it out. If the only bottleneck is here, how are we getting Leosin out?
You can fly.
Well,
Just
they
pick 'em up.
fly.
I can carry my own weight. Flying. I cannot carry a fully grown man.
You can't carry a fully grown man 40 feet up,
Do I
and
look
then a little bit
like I
over.
can carry a fully grown man 40 feet?
Actually, not on a good day, no.
I could turn into a spider wrapping up in a well and carry him.
Also a good point.
This is all well and
Or-
great, but Leosin is literally maybe 50 feet off the backside of the cliff. And the ground that we need to cover is to get to him along this cliffside and then climbing down the cliffside, which, by the way, does start to steadily get higher and higher. We're looking at almost a clear mile of ground that we have to cover from here to get to him and then back out.
Oh, well, then I guess
Well, I
If we
can
go
call-
straight
I
through
can
the
call
camp,
straight
or if we go straight down a
vertically.
cliff.
I'm fine with the cliff. I can go on any kind of surface with a spider.
I am also fine with the cliff. But
All right.
Williamson will not be able to.
I figured
Carry
we need to
himself
make
up a
this
cliff.
plan while we walk and talk at the same time. Mila's
Yes.
still a lot of ground to cover.
And what about the guard drakes and the soldiers?
The guard drakes and the soldiers, well. A distraction for them might be nice.
And then how do we get the distraction safely out?
It's called running.
No.
I do
Through a
have
bottleneck down the road, and 180 plus.
So
I mean, if
I
somebody,
I do have
take,
more.
if somebody takes this armor off of me, I can run pretty fucking fast.
if
No one is
if
being
I
used
may
as stupid
add,
bait. No one.
Well, I'm good at it.
If I may add, so you said there were kobolds, right?
Yeah.
Well, I could potentially do what I did back in Greenest.
That would very much draw a lot of attention to you.
Yeah, well, if things also go similar to how they did in Greenest, a majority of potential enemies will be too busy running away.
I also like
With
that
Greenest,
plan.
he yelled at on my back as a giant hyena, and I think I can move probably the fastest as the hyena more than any of you.
Yeah, so we need you to be able to get the monk out of there. But when it comes to distractions, me and Ensign are really good at being distractions.
That is true.
I made a living off being a distraction.
All I'm saying is, you will be drawing a lot of attention to yourselves. These people have bows.
That would be fine.
You could be hundreds of feet away and they could still hit you.
And they could also hit you.
I've trained
I've been
for
known to
tactical
take the
battle.
hits.
What if we try and disguise ourselves as cultists?
Do you
That's
want
what
us to,
I said, but
did
we
you-
used up all of the clothes doing
So,
that
no.
mess.
But here's the thing, is the only ones that were wearing robes were the magic users. The
I am a magic
mercenaries
user.
were all wearing regular armor.
Right.
Oh, I hate it when he's right.
Oh, so we might actually just be able to.
You and him probably could just walk in.
Yeah.
Well,
actually,
maybe not
yeah.
Ensign. I wouldn't say
Well,
that
I mean,
Ensign could.
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
could.
Oh, no, look, I'm really good at lying through my fucking teeth, okay? If you want me to lie,
Ensign?
I'll fucking lie. No, don't you
Ensign?
even.
No,
And
Ensign,
if-
they know what you look like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
and,
fought
Oh, no,
the
you're
damn
right.
thing.
No, you're right. Never mind. Sorry, my bad.
no, you're fine. You're fine, Ensign.
Well,
you're fine. It's
At least
we're
one
in a fucked up
knows what
situation.
you look like.
The one that has probably talked to most of the people in the fucking camp, yeah, they're mostly gonna be looking for the dude who's got one black eye and these weird fucking lines that go across the space. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should probably be the one to hide in a bush.
And the hundreds of kobolds who was with him during the thing.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people watch me get fucked up.
That's a fair point.
So not you.
Nope, I'm afraid I'm gonna be the bushman.
They probably
However,
know less
Ensign,
of
I
what
could
look like.
still cast invisibility on you. It will last an hour.
I mean, probably would be a good thing, but at the same time, if you need something else you need to do, I'm actually still pretty good at being quiet. Just give me a little bit of time.
So out of character, Elandris has one free use of it without using a pack slot.
Oh, he's got that one. I mean, like I said, if it's not something that's going to impede him, it's not something that I'll use against it. But if it's something that can just be considered and maintained, yeah, I'll keep it up because then I can just be like, hey, surprise, out of a bush. I'll fuck you up with a great sword. It'll be great times. I'm getting a little too excited about this. I apologize.
Alright, so should our plan be that we just pretend But we're
All of
one of
us.
them. We go
You'll
to
need to be-
Liaison, and we're like, to the guard drakes, we just say something like, "Oh my goodness, Lady Bondeath totally wants to speak."
We could
To him
also say that
again.
there was an
We're
attack
taking
of the
him away.
bottleneck.
So he needs to be moved or something of the
I
sort.
mean, if I'm invisible, if you guys want to actually make a distraction, I can just take them up and walk off with them.
We could go in there, and whoever goes in
But
there
then-
as a thing, say that there was an attack up the bottleneck, and send everyone over there.
I just
Yeah, I
absolutely
mean, I
do
could
not
probably
have any
walk in
confidence that we're going to be able to walk Liaison straight out of this camp.
Oh,
I'm not talking about straight out. I'm talking about getting as many people of the hundreds of people as far away from him as possible, so we'd have to fight less, and it takes a while before they come back. If we're a mile, then this outpost is a mile. So if
So
we
you
tell
guys
them
are-
that there was a problem at the bottleneck, wouldn't they have to travel a mile as reinforcements away?
Point.
In theory, yes.
I mean, yeah, and like I could. I mean, I still look pretty fucked up. I could probably go in there and convince them that there was an
All
attack.
right, so
That we
what?
attack, technically.
We have a distraction force staging a what? Fake attack?
It was a
there
very
was an
real
attack.
attack.
A
Tell them that there was an
Very
attack.
real.
Very simple. Just tell them that there was an attack. They need reinforcements. They'll send a whole bunch of people a mile away. They'll think they got away, and they'll continue on and pursuit after them.
They do know of us. What do they call us? The heroes of greenest or something ridiculous.
Please don't use that word.
We're going to have to use that word if we're going to refer to
Yeah,
ourselves.
so I'll say that the heroes of greenest arrived, and
We
took out
probably
more
shouldn't
force.
refer to them as the heroes of greenest, more like
How about that dude
the
that got
fuckwads
himself
that got
fucked?
in our way or something.
They called us the heroes of greenest,
that's-
so they
that's
would
what
know
we
That
it.
one dude that got in
Lady
the way that
Mondath
died
calls us
back,
that.
and he's a little more pissed off than he was the last time. Just use that. I'm sorry. Now I'm being cynical.
No, Ensign, you've got a
that might
solid
work.
point. If
Yeah,
if
that
the
might work.
dragon knows that you're alive,
And
he
coming.
will come back for you.
They
He
take a lot
left
of
you
people
for
with him.
dead.
Bait, see, live bait. Told you it'll work.
If you show your face to this god's damn dragon, I'm going to kill you.
I mean, but you'll just bring me back. It'll be fine.
No.
You can think that.
No one has to be used as bait. We have obvious bait down there with all the blood and everything. That's our bait. Send them up here. And we'll be over there. And that at least gets rid of half of them.
Yes, but I do agree with Ensign and Alandris. Saying specifically that Ensign is alive would be the way to get some of them more
Motivated.
powerful people out of here.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Why don't you just take one of their heads for representation too? I mean, look what he did. He took off all their heads.
I don't think that's a good
Oh,
representation.
that's where that head went. That's wondering where it went.
Well,
If
if he's
anything-
running back there, terrified out of his mind that you're around, I don't think he would stop for a head.
Well, then what do we do? Strip him naked and take his armor away from him
No!
too? Make
We
him look
prank him with blood.
helpless?
Let's paint
Ensign,
them
he
blood.
just
I
runs
am
back.
totally on board with this plan.
Shut up.
Send him in his small clothes. It would be the best.
Shut up.
We can also
Yeah.
paint him with the blood of the ones down there, so he actually looks slightly injured, and he looks like he actually tried to fight instead of hightailing it.
I mean, look,
Immediately.
if we send him in the context that we took his armor, we took his weapons, just let him know we're coming, let them on the brink of death, it might piss him off a little bit more.
And what happens if this doesn't work and he has no armor, no weapons, and they stab him through the god's damn heart? That's
Look,
not
he's already
something I can fix.
I mean, you said it.
I think we just paint him with blood. It'll make him look injured.
He's already bloody. Just go in.
Yeah, I'm already incredibly.
Do
bloody.
that smile thing, talking thing you do. You're good at that.
Nobody's been dealing with the guy's been dealing with bandits for years. I'm just gonna slowly start to wander my way across the cliff line.
All right.
You guys, as
already
you've been
looked at
walking, you guys have been walking for about 15 minutes. You guys have covered half the ground, and you've noticed for the last about 5 minutes, you've been making a steady incline up. You are watching as the road starts to erode more into dirt. Well, in this case, snow-packed, or dirt and snow and muck. And you guys are now about 40 feet up from the road.
You know what?
I should probably get down there. If we're gonna
Yeah.
I actually had a good idea.
Oh,
What if none of us actually go in there? I can write a message to the dragon. I know what he looks like. I am familiar with him.
A challenge.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
you're talking
challenge.
some dirty dark baller, kid. I'm all for
Delivered
it.
straight.
This
in
is
front of his
wonderful.
face.
this is significantly better than sending me.
Why didn't this come up beforehand?
No one's gonna
Brilliant, Cade. Brilliant.
just say it to his face.
Why not try it? I'm going to pull out.
What are you going to write? Saying that we beat up your people at the next checkpoint and we're looking for the blue dragon for revenge?
Take it again, motherfucker. I'll take you down.
No,
Round 2.
Fight!
more that the champions, no,
Heroes.
the heroes of Greynest issue. No, that's too many letters. It's
And
going
Sim
to
says, I want a
definitely
rematch.
fewer-
Fight me, bitch.
It has to be fewer characters than that. It has to be brief.
Ensign, rematch.
How
Fight me,
about
bitch.
just ensign?
You think?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I
Did you
don't think
introduce
he
yourself?
knows your name.
Dead man. Fuck you.
Down the road. Killed some of your folks.
All
Just
right. Hold
he
on.
is the champion. They called for a champion.
Yeah. Champion wants rematch. Meet that bottleneck.
No, that's too long.
Why on earth would we call it a bottleneck?
I don't know.
That is quite obvious. That it's a trap.
Yeah.
And that's
How about
also
fight me?
a lot of
Fight
words.
me,
I'm very.
roadway. Fight
I'm
me,
very-
roadway.
Hold on. I have very few characters to work with. Even spaces count. All right, and the word champion is long. Let me count.
And the party goes quiet.
Count.
It's about this time. Oh,
How about I, the champion, live?
But wouldn't that send him back to Greenest?
That is all.
They would have to go down this road.
That is
there's
true.
only one way in and out of this camp currently.
Beautiful.
I think that works.
The only other way out of this area was back with the straggler, with the first fight you guys had. That road on that map that led east. That's the only other road that will take you away from Greenest.
Would I know of any like sort of universal symbol that would be used for like issuing a challenge?
A middle finger.
Fuck you, Dragon Boy.
I would say that, yeah. I mean, a universal symbol. Yes. If you're a war mage,
No, just a minor illusion of the Bruce Lee.
I will write a symbol. I'm totally making this shit up. I mean, this is canonical. This is
Yes.
the symbol for duel.
A middle finger.
It's two swords crossing each other, and that will completely use up all of my characters for this
all right. So
message.
I,
So-
the champion, live. Dual sign.
Yes, dual sign. And I'm wanting this encryptogram to appear right in front of this guy's face, because it can hover in front of them. If I choose, it can be in their pocket, or it can just be on a surface near them. This one will hover in front of him, which means that anyone else probably I would be able to see if they were nearby. making it a more public display. And you know what? Ensign, do you want to write it? My penmanship might be a little bit.
Fancy.
I don't know. Feminine.
Love him.
I mean, yeah, I'd give it a shot.
Alright, just write it here. And then I'll cast the spell.
Let's do it. Time for a rematch.
Alright. I'm assuming Ensign writes out the words that I have written. I will tear off the scrap.
Here's the thing, though. It's written really nicely. That's the sad part. It's very good penmanship.
Yes,
So-
I tear off the scrap of paper, then I cast my spell, and you all watch as the paper essentially rolls up into itself before it just disappears.
All right, so this is how we're going to see if this actually works. Ensign, I need an intimidation check from you.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
18 plus 6. 24, baby.
Even with a natural 20, Langdodroza cannot pass that. His best, he can get a 25.
Oh, yeah, I got a
wow.
plus 6 to intimidation. Bring it on, you dragon bitch.
All right, so give me a second here while I figure something out. Okay, so
Now we just have to hope he brings a bunch of people with him.
He brings a bunch of people. Kate
You did last
Case
time.
is going to roar at some point in there, get rid of a whole bunch of other people, and then we go in there blazing.
Look,
Are we
I
sure
can-
that we want to roar? Or should we rather just see how it goes first?
Yeah.
I'd say that should
let's see how
probably
it
be a
goes first.
last scenario decision, but somebody like Langbarosa who would make such a statement like that will obviously bring a lot more people just so they can watch it again. There's somebody that pines themselves on that amount of reputation.
That's
Yes,
what I'm
so
hoping for.
we let them go first. And that are still remaining.
I will say
You
this, if
can
we are going to do
sneak.
this, you guys need to give me everything you fucking got, though.
You're
not
not
actually
really
fighting.
fighting him. Good
Yeah,
God.
we're not-
Oh, no,
Yes.
I'm going, no,
Ensign,
I'm going to kick his
this was-
fucking ass.
No,
Ensign,
no, no.
This was literally a trick. We
We're-
have a
we're
mission
lying
to
to him.
complete, and it's not this at all.
You get your opportunity to fight him
Later.
eventually. But right now, our goal is
Now
to
let's
get that
hole
monk
up.
out.
And get to a point where we can see how many people exit this place. All right?
Your suicide comes later. And
Preferably never. Stop putting ideas in his head.
I don't need to put any.
All right.
All right.
Can
So you guys cover the distance, and you eventually make your way to the cliffside that you can see on the map. Below, about 55 to 60 feet below, you can see a myriad of tents, campfires, kobolds, cultists alike, all in small clothes or traveler's clothes. Basically, all of these little things that look like tents are tents. So these things, basically. And
yeah.
then on the eastern wall over here, there's more tents. You guys see a lot of just run-of-the-mill people in the camp. You do see right about here at the northeastern, yep, right where you're pinging there. You do see a group of 4 dragon claws and that are kind of here, one sec, I'll just actually put them on the map here for you. Surrounding a tent where there are 8 prisoners of greenest as well, all tied up and sitting on the ground in the snow and dirt. There's a small campfire there, but the dragon claws, more so than anything, are the ones standing around it, benefiting from the heat while the prisoners freeze. Other than that, you do still see the guard drakes and the veterans over at the big tent here, but you do not see a sign of the 2 half-dragon champions, nor the red or purple-robed people.
As we were making our way around the camp, did we see anyone, any like, I don't know, mass exodus of kobolds following someone?
Yes, you would have seen, you would have at some point seen not only Langdedrosa, but you would also have seen the black dragon that stands roughly the same height as him, surrounded by about 60 kobolds and 40 cultists. That leaves approximately 40 kobolds left in camp, and
Fantastic.
approximately 40 other cultists, dragon claws, alike.
Well, hopefully
You got about half.
we don't
actually-
have to.
You actually got about 70. You got 69% actually of the
Nice.
party out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, I rolled a d100 to see how many we're gonna miss. We're gonna go disappearing. So, well, with that, we are at our break time. So we are going to take a 10 or 15-minute break here. So we will see you guys all very, very soon. See you shortly. I never know how to do what's segue to breaks. Anyways, hi guys. Bye guys. We'll see you in 10:15.
It's the city of dumb tornado.
Okay.
We don't want you here.
We don't want you in our city, Mr. Tornado. You can go somewhere else.
See, like if a tornado comes to
Mm-mm.
mind, I have to get a garter snake and a ball python to my basement in a 100-year-old house.
You know, that sounds
See-
challenging.
I once had the opportunity to get my hands on a boa constrictor that was about 7.5 feet long. The tank was like a Mini Cooper stretched out. It was super big and super long. I'm like, if anything happens, I have to move this thing fast, and this is not a good idea.
All right. Also, hi guys. We're back.
Hi.
Oh, hello, people.
So we left off with a daring plan, a Darren plan, if you must, where
Ensign
he,
plan, not me. My plan would be fuck off, not happen.
yeah, where he, with the help of Kadrine, crafted a message, with the use of an encryptogram spell of Kadrine's, making, to try and intimidate, Langdedrosa into a rematch. However, Langdedrosa this time didn't just go alone or with a small group of kobolds. He went with about half the force of the camp, including a black half-dragon, who, as he was walking by from the distance that you guys could see, was wearing a black dragon mask.
Okay.
So, with that
Totally fine.
information at hand, how do we want to continue to proceed with the plan?
I say we sneak around to get as close to Yasin as we can.
Who's going with Ensign? Because he used to be babysat.
No. I figured we'd all go together for now.
Yes. There's no reason to split up, I think, at this point.
Leosin is, and Ensign will point directly east from where you guys currently are. That way, approximately, 800 feet. I think that might be a little bit less. I'm trying to do this without actually measuring. Hell, I wasn't actually that far off, but he's about 670 feet away from you guys.
669.6.
Nice.
A lot of sixes and nines.
My only general concern, Kate, is you're the only one that can really get down the edge of the cliff properly.
You're not wrong.
I can get
What?
down.
But going all the way into walking through the whole camp really isn't an option either.
I don't entirely see too many trees around the edge of this cliff where I could drop a rope either.
There are some tents.
I think
You
if
want
the
me to
giant
jump on
spider,
a
I can.
tent?
I think if the giant spider, I can luck him up.
The best we can probably do is drop a rope behind a tent.
All right.
Can I just tie him with a webbing and then go back up and you guys pull him up?
Well, what about
Can you take me down?
Yeah. What about the other
Why are you going
hostages?
down?
Because we're on a cliffside. We need to go down into the camp.
How high up off the ground are we?
Yeah, that's fine.
Like
Currently about 50 feet here. However, once
50 feet here.
where you guys are, once you get to Leosin, you're about 75.
Like over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like
that's-
here-ish?
There-ish, you'll be going down behind a group of tents. It's about 60-ish feet. So it's basically 55 here, 60 through this middle section, and then 70 to 75 over here
At
in the far
edge.
eastern section.
Shit.
And then
the spider, I
it
can
still
climb
climbs up even more over here, where you see this other tent up on the, like this like little rectangle or square thing. That's about 150 feet up. So it steadily climbs and then goes back around.
Sure.
Well, that's the question. Are we trying to save everyone down there? Or, like, kill everything down there?
I don't think we have the
do not think
resources.
I don't
I'd
think
like to.
That's what I would like to, but I have to be real.
But ideals
realistic.
and actuality.
Best
There's no way
ideals and
that we can kill
actuality is
them
get
all.
Leo sent out, and that's about it. Maybe see if they've got anything picking around inside a tent or two.
I wouldn't even try that.
All right, now let's just get the monk.
All right.
Spider in, spider out.
Yeah,
So who wants to? So I'll go down. Along with
I'll go if somebody can take me.
Fazana.
Will too, but I don't think.
no, I think it's really just needs to be me and Kadrian. Kadrian could help me get him down.
I think it's
However-
more of a concern of leaving you alone with not enough backup.
However, all of you should perhaps try and circle around on the far side. Try to, I don't know, draw a distraction of the guard drakes or something.
Like I said, I'm good at distractions, but
Well, you
Just
could always go
don't-
onto the other side of the hill and start yelling, and hopefully they'll figure out how to scamper up there. I don't know.
I mean that would have been my
Really?
general intent.
I would prefer something that does not bring the whole camp to you. But
How are
whatever you
you
must do.
ranged, Case?
I mean, they taught me how to use a bow.
Do you have one on you?
No, I don't. I have a javelin, just one that I took from one of the kobolds. But no, I don't have a bow on me, but I do know how to use one.
Well, we're just going to have to work with what we got. I suppose.
Oh, I have a short bow. I'll take it out of my pack. Can you?
What if
yeah.
I were to get Nerevar to peck at the restraints that are holding Leosin?
If you could, that would speed our escape.
Of course. Nerevar will do anything that I ask him to do. I mean, just ropes.
Just as long as he isn't drawing too much attention.
I can cast invisibility on him. It's pretty good.
You know what would be a good idea?
You know what?
How big of a
Perhaps do
creature
that.
can you use that invisibility on?
That's a good question. Invisibility.
Because an invisible giant spider sounds terrifying.
A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. It does not tell me a size.
That means there is no size constraint.
Would it be better if you utilized your invisibility to turn Leosin himself invisible?
That's cool.
I'd have to get within 5 feet of him.
Yeah.
Right. But Valzana could help with that, no?
Yes, I can carry him down there. That's not much of a problem. However, a giant spider scaling down the cliffside is kind of really visible.
It is very
what I was.
conspicuous, I do agree.
Where
Fine, never mind. The Raven idea is probably more doable at this point.
I can go. If I can turn me invisible, I can go down there, have the bird peck at the restraints. I web him up. I could do a train of webbing. You guys can pull him up if you guys think that'll be faster.
It'll be faster, but it'll be pretty obvious where he's going if we're spotted.
Well, if the rest of us circle around to the opposite side of the tent where most of his guards are, if as many of us as we can have some sort of ranged ability, we could at least draw the attention of the guards in the opposite direction.
And hope they don't call for help too quickly.
The help's currently a mile away, so we have a while.
There are
still
in
people in the camp.
Yep. There's about, like I said, 30% left of the forces. So you're looking at, like I said, probably 30 to 40 kobolds and 20 to 30. I had to think of my numbers when I said them earlier. I said the wrong ones. You've got about 20 to 30 other members, approximately, from what was scouted out by the Raven. Again, there's also a cave entrance that he did not dare bother enter, as that was where Langdadrosa, the Black Dragon, and the red-robed and purple-robed people were standing in front of.
Did
You don't know.
the cave?
Yes, there's a cave entrance.
We haven't checked it out, but it's there.
It
We're not
seems
going-
rather secondary at this point.
I meant as in a way for you guys to come in from the bottom without having to climb if it opens up somewhere down that way. That's what I was referring to.
I don't know if we have the time to figure that out. And I don't really want to wander into a cave blind.
I meant to send the bird.
I suppose that's an Alandris question.
What would you like for me to do, Valzana?
I was asking if the cave is another exit, or is it an entrance, or is it a dead end?
I mean, we could probably try and figure it out, but if my raven is seen, it might be a little bit conspicuous if it was spotted.
That is
Very
true.
conspicuous, actually.
Everything about this is inconspicuous.
We probably don't have much time left.
Right.
Bare minimum, we do need to get that monk out.
Yeah, the sun
Let's get
has
moving.
currently set behind the mountains, and it is starting to get quite dark.
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna get dark. That's probably going to be, hopefully, minding their own business. Invisible spider? Anybody?
Do we think
That's all
it'll
we
be-
have. Honestly.
And distraction on the other side?
I say the spider comes out once. I get him down. It shouldn't take you long at all to get down there as a giant spider, no?
Regular thing. I didn't know if they wanted you on the firing front, as you do have your finger guns, and we do have the bird to help him get down. Picking at the restraint.
Right. A dagger would work a lot faster than a bird.
Sure would.
Okay, so
But I
you
also
two
have
are
fangs.
on rescue duty. Well, you two are on rescue duty. You're going to be getting him out of there. You're going to be getting him free. That leaves the rest of us on to some form of distraction.
Distraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best what we got for right now. And the sooner we get him out, the sooner we can figure out what else we could possibly maybe do. But
I mean, honestly, I'm usually pretty good at coming up with plans. It's no better than anything I would do, except I'd probably put myself in more danger. So,
okay, what are the best conditions to be doing that right now?
no, I'm pretty tapped almost as it is. It's just,
I am. Oh, everything that I can do, I've already done.
I got a little bit left in me, but we better make this fucking quick.
I mean, I can. All right, if I use my invisibility on somebody, that would be one spell, and then I have the use of 2 more spells. I could try and paralyze a couple of people, but it would only be a couple.
I would suggest saving those
Save those
until they
until
are necessary.
Yeah, hang on to those until we actually do need them.
I'm just trying to figure out who's it is best to make invisible, honestly. In my opinion, having Leosin invisible would be the most useful.
So just a random giant spider that goes into the camp, goes to Leosin, turns him invisible, and then
No.
I am very confused about what you mean. Just a random giant spider decide to come down and say hi and then leave with somebody on his
Well,
back.
Cade, if you're going to be flying in and cutting him down, yes,
Right.
you should be invisible. It's rather apparent, as lovely as I think your wings are, a flying tiefling is unusual, to say the least. A flying tiefling flying into camp to one of their clearly most important captives to saw through his bonds would draw quite a bit of attention.
That's kind of why I was a little bit more saying that I would go down to him invisible as a spider and work on cutting him down. And you have more as reinforcements for me in case, they start going, wait a minute, ropes are moving by themselves. And the pole is shaking to start shooting people who kind of start seeing that.
I suppose my question really is, Balzana, how dexterous are you actually as a spider? How exact?
I can climb on any surface, regardless, without any impediment.
No, I mean in the ability for you to transport Leosin.
I'm relatively strong as a spider.
Right. But are you likely to be able to get him off the pole yourself as a spider?
Oh, yes. I have fangs that can rip open someone's bowels. I think they can work with a rope.
As long as you don't rip open Leosin.
No, I wouldn't rip open Leosin.
Alright. Fine.
So, the strength of a giant spider is 14. The dexterity of it is a 16. It has stealth of +7. Blind sight, dark vision, spider climb, and it has a climbing speed of what I see is 30 feet.
Wait a minute,
and it can climb difficult surfaces.
I thought that was on a small spider. Why is there a giant spider with the stealth of 7?
Stealth of +7.
No, +7.
I mean a +7. That's what I meant.
I thought that's what you said it was a giant spider.
Yeah, it is. I guess I didn't see the stealth over here in the corner.
Very stealthy spider.
It also apparently has an arcana check of +4.
Holy shit. Wait. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll be on the firing squad.
Do I need to be invisible?
If need be. Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I mean, if Belzana doesn't have to be invisible, Cade can be invisible, help with the ropes
Okay.
to make that quicker. And the spider is stealthy enough.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess so. In the dark? I think since it's getting dark, I might not even need to be turned invisible.
All right. Make me invisible, I
guess that's up to
suppose.
you.
Firing squad, away.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait until the firing squad is able
Yeah.
to circle.
Volzana, what circle are you again?
Huh?
You're a circle of the
circle?
moon? Or you circle
Yeah.
of the land? Circle of the moon. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait, as a CR1 spider, I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that we were... Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, no, I'm a circle of the moon. Thank goodness.
Perfect. Perfect. Means business. All the
That's why I was
CR1
able to have a
monsters unless
giant
it has
hyena
flying.
this whole time.
Awesome. All right, so Kadrine, you are going invisible. Walzana's going to try and stealth her way down this thing. Ensign and Keith and Vess are going to stay up on top.
Distraction.
And
Yeah.
We're
the-
circling around like toward where all the guards are to do something.
over here.
Yeah.
And I'm offering one of you guys my short bow so you can have some ranged attacks.
I am not
Okay.
a ranged person.
And is there anything that you guys would like Elandris to do? Other
he's
than
arranged,
cast the
so-
invisibility on
so-
Kadrine?
He's arranged.
He can probably be with the ranged people as a distraction, honestly.
Okay, so for the ranged people, can you please ping on the map where you would like to go?
Like here-ish, yeah? Does
Okay.
that feel good for people?
Yeah.
Seems fine.
All right, all right. So, Elandris will come up to Kadrine, and he will just touch her shoulder and say a couple of words in a language you do not none of you understand, unless you guys know Undercommon. And then, Kadrine, you are now invisible.
All right. The moment I see everyone else get into position, or at least I assume they're in position, they're probably out of range of my ability to see in the dark. Oh. Actually, I have message. Well, I don't care. It's pointing the
For
direction they went.
the,
Are
for
you
the
all in
ranged
position?
distractors, I do need a stealth roll from all of you.
Oh.
You can do it. The distraction will just start earlier if you can't.
18.
12.
Oh, no.
Are you serious? Kitty. All right. All right. So, Ensign. 1 second here.
I got it.
Get you guys to just move over to this cliff area. Valzana, you're going to be in spider form, climbing over
Yeah,
here.
like the moment I'm over there, I'm turning.
Kadrian would have suggested that Volzana as a giant spider actually descend like behind tents instead of
Yeah, that's what I was
straight
thinking.
down a cliff face. Because I mean, functionally, it's probably not that much farther for her to travel as a spider.
Let me see.
I mean, it is farther, but
Actually,
it is
yeah,
more
it might be.
concealed. Hopefully,
Nah, I'm not stupid enough not to do that.
All right. So, distraction team, how are we doing this?
I want to call one of them a bitch.
Some of these guys all the way down
Screaming
here.
at them.
what
No, I'm literally
already? I wanted to try.
No, literally when it starts happening, I'm just gonna like yell over the side of the clip, "Hey, bitch!"
Elandris is going to look at you in disgust. He's going to grab a rock, cast another spell on it, and as you watch as this rock glows to like life, it's like covered in this like purplish colored light. He's gonna huck it.
Wait! Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one are you gonna hit?
I'm not looking to hit anybody.
God.
I'm just looking to distract them.
Fine. I just pick up like a bigger rock. You just throw it at the tent.
Yeah. So we'll roll strength checks to see how well this happens.
Can I use my athletics?
Nope.
Okay, strength.
If I use a sling, does that help me at all?
Yes. You can actually roll the hit at that point. What'd you get, Ensign?
Hell yeah.
11.
So, for some reason, as Ensign lets his rock loose, yeah, it kind of doink along the cliffside, boink along the cliffside. Alandris, who clearly just is back to his bad rolls, gets a 2 minus 1.
I rolled
so he
a
like
dirty 20.
drops it, and it just goes dun 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 dun. And you are able to sling this rock with such great force that it smacks the tent with a loud thud. And you do see down below as these drakes and swordsmen start to kind of look around at what's going on. However, Ensign, Kaith, Vess, and Alandris, you are now in combat due to the fact that Ensign gave away his position as he threw that rock with the end his bad stealth roll with these guards that are up in the guard tower.
Oh god, they're like right there. Fuck.
You're like, what?
Shit.
They have a
Should've
passive
been-
perception of 12, so they saw
Should
you.
have been looking for a guard
Damn it.
tower. Oh well, whatever. Kate.
All right, rolling
Kate doesn't.
initiative, baby.
Kate wouldn't care at this point.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, give me a second here while I reset this turn
You know,
order.
Ensign, you can't roll. You couldn't have rolled as bad as me on initiative.
I got a 2.
You got a
Oh,
2?
You actually
Plus
managed to
2.
roll.
Oh, okay.
What, Ensign?
Yeah.
We got the same initiative.
I got a 4.
Same. 3 plus 1.
Jesus.
2 plus 2.
Wow. Well,
So that would be
Oh my
4.14 on my end.
Yeah. That's
God damn it,
4
stupid.
plus 13 on my end.
So I go faster than Kate by 0.1.
Alandris rolls a 19.
wow. The one time Elandris rolls good.
I know, right? Only time he ever rolls good. And then give me a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make this faster.
Let you all know right now, I have no ranged abilities whatsoever.
Well, we're fighting the things that are not that far away from us.
That's correct,
We're
yes.
fighting the guards.
Oh, okay. I mean, still.
Yeah, we're going to like run up to the guards.
Okay. What am I working with here?
I fe-
A long way. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long is long?
A little bit over.
Oh, I got a couple of one of them for now.
I can only go this far.
Congratulations.
I got him. I got
Yeah,
him.
like I can only like. Yeah, no.
That's what is your
I'm not a spell slot. I can't move.
modifier.
13.
I got all my seals back because I took a short rest, so that's good.
You will go before
That's good
that
to hear.
guard.
I have no conduit die though, so don't expect me to fucking use any HP shit.
Oh, don't worry.
I have one spell slot left and one scroll of healing. I do have Spare the Dying, so if you go down, there's that.
Okay, so that means you need to not go down.
All right, so with that, top of the order. Oh wow, they are within range of Eldritch Blast. Perfect. So Elandris is going to these. You're gonna hear the shouting of the guards. They're up on top of the cliffs. They're up on top of the cliffs. And Elandris
shit.
is going to try and sling some Eldritch Blasts at 2 of the guards. 17, which will hit, I believe. That's a 17 on Eldritch. Yes, 17 on that. 4. And then on the second one is a 16, which is half damage on the guard. So I need D10s. I had all of them just chilling right here. So that'll be 9 points of damage, 5 to one and 4 to another. And then that will be, he's going to do it to the closest 2. So that and that. Oh my lord. Math, Kinara. All right, and then one of the guards that just got hit is going to use his short bow at disadvantage because it's 80 feet, if I remember correctly. Am I right on that? 1 second here. Pulling up stat block. I'm not going to guess.
It should be 30, 80, 30, 90. Somewhere around that. Right.
I think it's like
Short bow?
80 and 120 for a short bow.
Short bow says 80, 320 for me.
Oh, 320.
Yep, it
Holy
does.
crap.
You're right. So 80.
It's
Okay.
long range.
Yeah. So it is still going to be a disadvantage because of it being outside of the range of 80. So yeah, I don't believe a 14 will hit Elandris. Yes, it actually does hit Elandris.
Oh boy.
Should have casted some mage armor.
Bitch! Bitch! Bitch!
Fight smarter, not harder,
it's gonna
Elandris.
take 3 points of damage to Elandris as he gets smacked
Yeah,
with the
dick
first
nuts.
arrow. And then Vess, you will be up next. Then there'll be 3 guards. Ensign, you'll be on deck after that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm gonna just move on the other side of Elandris. Oh, and that's too far. Okay, well, let me in closer to Elandris. Where'd I go?
On top of the
I vanished. Okay, I'm up there. That was 30 feet-ish. This map is hard.
Kadrine and Volzana, can I get you to roll the initiative as well to see how you guys are acting on this turn order?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And then I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on these two. Even though it doesn't say, like, measurement-wise on the map, they're not within 5 feet of each other. Would these two guys be within 5
Yeah,
feet
they're
of
within
each
5
other?
feet of each other, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on those two guys.
All
I
right,
got
yeah, well, this is going to be a
23.
little bit of theater of mind because there's not really supposed to be combat on this thing, so.
I have a 23
19
of
to
initiative.
hit.
All right, let
I
me
got
add
an
you to the turn
18.
order.
Of course, the spider and the two flaming things go faster than everybody.
All right, you guys can go ahead and add your initiatives to the turn order.
Just gonna put that
19
out
to
there.
hit those two guys.
Yep, those will both hit.
Max damage, 8 points of necrotic damage to both of them.
8 points. They are both dead.
Yep.
They're guards. They're not the highest on HP. Anything else you want to
That's
do
it.
with your turn, Vess? Okay, so Kadrine, actually, we'll start with Volzana because I guess I should have gotten you guys to do this. So Volzana, what do you want to do as of right now? You've heard the guards, you've heard some shouting, and you are now noticing that these guys down here are slowly trying to make their way over to right about here, where you can not see anything because of your dark vision being 60 feet.
Okay.
But you do see the light of them. They're moving this way.
I'm gonna try and. Is everybody kind of looking that direction with all
Yes.
the mess that's happening?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stealth my way down. I got a. Let me add this. 22.
Yeah, 22 stealth.
Yeah. And
Not a problem.
move my 30 feet down. I guess.
So yeah, so at this point you're at 75 feet, so you're about 45 feet above the ground still. Luckily with spider climb you can stay on the side of the cliff.
Yeah, I'm like. Okay.
So just remind yourself that you are 45 feet away. If you can write that down somewhere, I will also try to do that.
45.
Did you
At the
want to
moment
use
or
your
after
dash
I-
action?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
was
can do
gonna
that
say.
too.
So I might as well use it. That would mean that I could move in total 60 feet.
Yep. So you'd be 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah. So I'm 15 feet off the ground.
All right. Kadrine, you have been, you will go up next, and then we'll go back to the regular turn order.
All right. So, Kadrine would also do 60 feet, but in flight,
Yes.
flying down at like an angle to try and being the hypotenuse of a triangle.
5 feet in D&D is 5 feet. It don't matter. 5 feet is 5 feet. So if
Exactly.
you go
Anyway,
down
so I
5 and
go-
over 5, that is still 5.
Yes. So, anyways, she's going to fly 60 feet closer to where Leosin is tied up.
All right, cool. So you are currently, in that case, you're only 33 feet away from him.
All right. It's as
If
close
you
as I
are,
can
if
get
you
for
are,
now.
if you were over by where Valzana is, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
figure we wouldn't have made much difference. I'm invisible anyway, so.
Okay, I'll just move you over there. All right, so back at the top of the turn order, Vess has just finished. These guards are, the last 3 guards here that are all alive still are going to pop shots at Vess. I
Yeah.
believe they are 130, so even if they move closer. So yeah, they are going to move closer. They're about 100 feet away from you, but it's still going to be a disadvantage for all 3 of them. All right,
Sure, move closer.
so
Make it easier for
a
me.
15 to hit on the first one,
Nope.
a 9 to hit on the second, and a 18 to hit on the third.
The third hits.
You are going to take 7 points of piercing damage as the arrow hits you right at the vulnerable part of your breastplate.
All right. It's starting to be a very familiar feeling.
All right, Ensign, you are up. Case, you're on deck, and then Valzana, you'll be up after that.
So okay, so realistically, Fitterman, how far am I away?
Exactly where you are.
Okay,
You're
so
still
I just-
140.
I just run.
So you're.
Use my
So the
movement,
only thing
action
is
dash.
they move 30 feet closer. So take 30 feet off of that.
Okay, but I'm still 40
You're about-
feet away, so it's not gonna
Yeah.
matter. So yeah, action dash.
Okay.
Movement. There you go.
Got it. Case, you're up.
I'm just huffing it.
So, same as Ensign.
All right, you're gonna dash up behind him.
Dash. Get up.
All right,
Yep.
Valzana.
With my movement speed, I think if I get to the ground, I have 15 left
Yeah, you're currently 15 left off the ground. Yes.
from the ground. So I.
So if you measure from where you are currently to Leosin, add 15 feet to that, basically. So
yeah.
you're 108 feet roughly. We'll round it up to
100.
110.
Yeah, so 110. Take off 30 feet of that, 60 feet of that. And I can't math today.
So 110 minus 60 is 50.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So that would put me somewhere around like here or somewhere. Okay. And that's about it. That's all I can do at the moment.
You are 50 feet away, so we'll just move you right about there. That should be good. Okay, Elandris is up next. Yeah, that's close enough. He's gonna Eldritch Blast again at 2 more of these bad boys. Which are both gonna hit with a 22 and a 19 for 3 and 8. So the closest ones here will be this one. So this one will take the 3. And this one will take the 8. That'll be his turn. Kadrian, you are up.
All right, I will fly the rest of the 30 feet toward Leosin in a low voice. I will just say, "Help is here." And I will withdraw the fancy old +2 dagger that I got off
Off of
Bandit
that.
a while ago.
Let's go.
And start as efficiently as I can to cut away at his bindings, trying to be careful not to make sure like he's not gonna like fall face first onto the
All
to the
right, fair
ground.
enough. So yeah, again, so just as a reminder, he's got restraints on his wrists, restraints right underneath his shoulders, and then his feet are also restrained. So which one would you like to cut first?
All right, we would probably start with oh geez, it's gonna suck for him no matter where I start.
Yeah, he's only about 3 feet off the ground, so.
I'm gonna start at his feet.
Okay.
Because at least if I release his feet, he's not going to be dropping onto, like, flopping over on the pole or whatever.
Also, when you whispered into Leosin's ear, you would notice that he is unconscious, and being as close as you can see cuts and lacerations all over. He's barely his small clothes that he is left in are like torn and ragged, but you can hear him breathing. But it's very ragged and rough.
Shoot. Well, gonna use my action to try and cut away at some rope. Do I need to roll to?
Yeah, just go
cut the
ahead and
rope?
roll. Just to see how effectively, I guess, you cut the rope.
Well, it's a 14.
Yeah. All right. So AC on rope, I believe, is 10. It doesn't have. I'll just say that you were able to cut his feet free.
All right. I don't know if I have a healing potion on me. I don't think I do. Bummer for Leosin, I guess.
You should have one. Everyone in the party should have at least
Oh,
one.
everyone should
Everybody
have
in the
one?
party except for Elandris has. Oh no, Elandris has one as well because it was 7.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
Kate
all right.
doesn't have
Maybe
one.
not wake up the guy who's about to get carried by a giant spider.
So you won't wake him up yet. Anyway, yep, that's going to be Catering's turn.
All right, Vess, you are up, and then the 3 guards, and then Ensign, you'll be next.
You said
Alright.
they moved within 100 feet of me.
Yeah. So they move 30 feet up. So just whatever your measurement minus 30 is.
Cool. Oh, a lot. 19 plus 6, 25 to
Yep.
hit them. Cool. I'm hitting the 2 closest to me with chill touch.
Okay.
Max damage again. 8
So those
to
are
both
both-
of them.
Those are also both dead.
Oh my god.
Thank you, dice. I'm never getting rid of you. That's it for me.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, so the last remaining guard is now seeing Ensign stepping up, is going to roll a short bow attack at disadvantage as well. Actually, no, he's close enough now, isn't he?
40 feet, yeah.
Yep.
Straight roll.
All right, here we go. The roll is going to be a 12.
Nope.
Yep, didn't think so. So you watch as the bow whizzes right by your right shoulder and also misses Case Eater by an inch. All right, Ensign, you're up next.
Looking at the distance here, I can get to there, but there's still 10 feet in between us. So I'm just looking at him like, come on, baby. Bonus action, I'm gonna put a seal on him. I'm just like point at him and he's just gonna get this green symbol on his forehead, like, you're gonna die.
Yep. All right. Case, you are up. Volzana, you'll be on deck, and then Elandris is after that.
Well, I will run up as well.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure stuff to dash to get up here. Well, I'll be pretty much like right next to Ensign.
Yep. So if you are gonna dash, you said, or no?
I'm pretty sure I have to get up there.
Yeah. So you were 75 minus 30, so 40 feet, 45 feet away, or 40 feet away. So yeah, you'd be 10 feet away still.
Yeah, it was just like, I guess Caleb just like hold up his glaive since it has reach, but it's like that's all he can do.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Volzana, as you are making your way, and Kadrian as well, as you watch your Volzana make her way down, you do notice that 2 guard drakes turn around as you hear one of the swordsmen yell, "You two, watch the prisoner!"
Damn it.
Volzana, what do you want to do with your turn?
That's a good question. I can't do nothing.
You're not going to move? You're just going to stay right there?
No, I'm moving. But I
Okay.
meant besides that, I'm just giant spires, booking it over here.
All right. So with that,
That's smart.
Kadrian has effectively cut his legs free. But there are still 2 sections of rope that need to be cut down. Are you
used
doing
a dash
anything
to
else?
I think I did a dash to get over here.
Okay.
Like,
Yep. Okay. All right.
yeah.
So-
So you know.
Elandris, now seeing the movement down below. Can he reach? No, he cannot. Not even with a movement. He's gonna pull out his heavy crossbow, which will be a disadvantage, but he's gonna try and attack the closest swordsman right here. Also, Ensign and Kaith, you can see that there is a rope ladder attached right over here.
fuck yeah,
that allows them to
baby.
climb up. So 7 and 8, so 15.
Yes.
The crossbow bolts deflects off of the veteran's splint armor. Kadrian, you are up. Vess, you are on deck, and then the remaining guard will be after that.
All right. I'm going to cut Leoson's hands free next. So it should be the water rope around his midsection that is left,
Okay.
or something. There were 2 ropes. One of them is still holding him up. Whatever.
Yep.
So I'm going to cut the one that holds his hands, and that is it's a 13.
That's enough.
But
So yeah,
it
you're
still
able to cut
cuts a
those
rope.
ones.
All right, and now Leoson's hands are free.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not a monk, so I can't attack with a bonus action. Sad.
I'm down, you Shawnee.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you should watch Ensign and Kadrian on Tuesday nights on the Another Bad Side Quest Twitch channel. There's your
All right.
shameless plug.
But yeah, that's what I do with my turn.
All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm just adding a turn order to these other 2 guard drakes,
Cool.
just in
Not
case.
pleased.
All right. Oh, why did I turn? So that's Kadrian's turn. Vess, you are up, and then the guard is up next. If it lives that
I'm
long.
gonna chill touch the last guy. Oh, what is that? 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Cool. Yeah, okay. 2 points.
I'm gonna
of
consume my
damage.
seal for another 6 points of necrotic damage, and I'm gonna gain 4 HP back from that.
All right. So seal has been consumed. Anything else with your turn, Vess?
That'll be it.
All right. Guard, being 10 feet away from you, also looking very, very hurt, is going to try and make a run for the rope ladder.
Attack of opportunity. Attack of opportunity.
Yeah, for both of us.
No, I
Not
don't
for
have 10
Ensign, just
feet.
for you. Because of your
Oh.
reach.
Oh yeah, so
You have a glaive. I don't.
oh man, why don't you have reach, man? You
I have a
use the
great
blade.
sword.
Not that
there's a-
great if it doesn't
ooh.
have reach. No.
Am I an
Bolzano
anime character
almost-
for fuck's sakes? Is that what's going on here?
Become one.
Am I
was
cloud? Am
that?
I guts? Like fuck.
Yes, become. But 15 does that
I am
hit?
guts.
A 15 does not hit.
Does not hit.
It does not hit.
Ugh, this motherfucker.
All right. So yeah, the guard is gonna slowly try to make his way. Ensign, you are up. So he moved 30 feet, which puts you at 40 feet away again.
Motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna run 10 feet. I'm gonna take out one of my daggers. I'm gonna throw it at this son of a bitch.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit. Do you have dark vision, by the way?
Do I?
Yeah.
It's not active.
Okay. What do you mean it's not active? I'm okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
14's not gonna hit. So a dagger just by his head down the side of the cliff.
No, I'm gonna say it actually buries itself in the wooden support beam of the guard tower. You didn't critically miss. I'm not gonna make you lose a dagger if you want to pick it back up.
Fine. Okay, bonus action, put a seal on the fucker.
All right. Keith, you're up next. You are also 40 feet away from him.
I don't have to dash this time,
Do not have to dash this time.
so I run up 30 feet. So one off of a natural 20, so 19 plus 5.
That will hit.
Consume!
You might not have to. So
Or-
that's a question I have.
Ooh,
So, Keith, how much damage do you do?
12.
All right, so that kills him. However, Ensign, does your seal consume after a hit has concluded or before?
I can consume it whenever, before or after. But
Okay.
if this guy dies, I can move it to somebody else within range.
And what's your range?
60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so this one is gonna die.
That's not within range.
Yeah, I was
If,
gonna
he's
say. I
not,
don't-
if I'm out of range, then I'm consuming it for the HP boost.
All right, so Keith, as you go to puncture this thing's guts with your glaive, you watch as it just its body just shrivels and drains of all life as this necrotic energy irradiates from him. And Ensign, how much damage does that do?
That was that was like 9 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, so that was enough to kill it.
And I get 2 HP per die, so I get another 4 hit points from that. Don't look at Kate in the process. Sorry, but if we're going down there, I needed that.
All right.
Just gonna toss the husk off my glaive.
Valzana, you are up. Alandris is on deck, and the guard drakes are not next. Kadrien is next.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing,
All right.
Valzana?
What can I do? Since I'm so close up, might as well start circling him, putting down a little bit of webbing in case
Okay.
anybody tries to come sprinting over here. They have a little bit of a harder time.
All right. So whereabouts roughly are you wanting to put the webbing?
I have 30 things in movement, and I'm like right up on this guy. So
Yep.
the square, whatever 30 feet of squares would be.
So, yeah.
Oh, this is weird. This is some weird stuff. So a rough.
Those 3 squares. Every square
Yeah.
is 10 feet on this one. So let us draw a shape right here, roughly. There we go.
Not going to do much, but Balzana's got to stay busy.
All right. Alandris will be up next. He's going to shout over to Ensign and Keith. We don't need to engage. We should focus on Leosin and get the fuck out of here. And that'll be his
Stop
turn.
announcing our plans, Alandris.
Reaction, I flip him the bird.
Kadrian, you're up.
All right, there's only one more rope to cut on Leosin. But unfortunately, Valzana's turn was before mine. Shit. Well. Yes, I will go ahead and just cut his last
Okay.
rope. It's a 17. That'll definitely
That will
cut
be
all.
enough to cut the rope. And how do you want to cut the rope without him, like, falling to the ground? Or are you going to try and catch him or just let him
Right.
fall?
So so you said he's not actually that high up off the ground.
No,
so
he's about
essentially
3
what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and like reach up enough, like saw away at the restraints so they're more frayed. So they're just going to like break as I try and slow his descent as much as I can. Because once I have done that, I'll land on the ground instead of fly. So I'll have more of a purchase to try and
All
stop
right.
his fall.
So you go to try and do that. What I'm going to ask you then is odds or evens.
Odds or evens?
Yep.
Whoa. Evens.
Perfect. So as you go to slow his descent, you kind of push him over towards the webbing a little bit, and he kind of lands in the webbing.
All right. I'll just turn toward Spider Valzana, hoping Spider Valzana can understand me. I'll be like, all right, now he's free. All you have to do is collect him and run away as fast as you can. And I am going to use my movement to fly up 30 feet, still invisible, to get a better read on what is nearby / paying any attention. And I'm not going to depart from Valzana, just in case my presence is needed in some way.
All right.
That's my turn.
So this guard Drake is going to take its turn to move back towards the prisoner and has now noticed that there is a big giant spider and it's going to try and roar.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Just to try and get other attention of other people. These guys
What a
are
fuckhead.
currently farther up here. There we go. Vess, you are up. The next guard Drake right here will be on deck. Oh, I forgot to do this.
Oh no.
That's fine. It's more for everybody else's sake than yours. I forgot to put the battle map up.
I'm just going to move and dash 60 feet, which gets me about there. And that's my turn.
All right. This guard Drake is then going to move his 30 feet, which puts him in the webbing. What does that do, Valzana?
It would just kind of make it difficult terrain, I believe, because it doesn't really say so much
as more of it goes as the contact of the web, but it's a web. I don't know
Target
how
is
you.
restrained by the webbing as an action. The restrained target can make a DC 12. So, because you were doing this a little bit differently, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would assumed it would have just made it difficult terrain since it's already on the ground and it's thick.
All right. So he is going to try and make a. What is your spell save DC?
L save DC?
Yeah, it
For
doesn't
the
matter. He got a
fighter?
natural one. No, for your druid, but that's okay. He got a natural one, so he didn't save anyway. He is now restrained inside of the webbing. Ensign, you are up. Case, you are on deck, and then Valzana, you are up next.
I mean, it's a fucking distance and a bit. You wouldn't be able to see that in context. Okay, I'm gonna burn a use of my hell sight for my action. So I extend my consciousness 60 feet as a radius. So I get like the 60 feet in every direction, see if there's anything around us that's hitting my magic. If not, I'm gonna slowly walk my ass back towards Vest and Landris, because Landris did make a point, even though I gave him the finger.
That's just habit.
Yeah, so you do not...
that is habit.
Yeah, so you do not... Yeah, exactly. You do not, other than those typical shadows that you've been plagued by since you first used your hell sight, the ones that are either staring at you or just walking right through you as if they're right there, but you just can't reach them. You don't see anything else hiding.
Alright, cool. That persists till the end of my next turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk back towards Bess and Elandris and just be like, fine.
All right, Case, you are up. Valzana's on deck. Elandris will be after that.
He can probably really only see Ensign being like, you know, they have a point, and then walking away because Keith does not have dark vision.
Yeah, so you only really see up to Ensign, and you can just barely make out Vesperia.
Yeah, like basically the reach of my glaive is what I can see.
I
So
can
there
see
is-
everything in my bubble.
There is torchlights coming from the guard tower.
Yeah, that's not gonna help me see any other. potential
Okay,
enemies.
burn it to the ground. Just kidding.
Are you sure you're just kidding me? I
You
can.
know that he
Like-
follows every word you say. Why would you
I
joke
mean,
about
slightly
it?
sarcastic, take it with a grain of salt, and I'm gonna keep walking.
All right. Well, I can't really see anything, and Keith will follow.
All right. Valzana, you're up. Landers is on
Alrighty.
deck. Cadron, you're after that.
I'm going to use an action to web up this monk to pick him up better. And then movement of moving my 30 feet to go back up the hill.
All right, because he is technically unconscious right now, it is an automatic save on that. So yeah, you were able to kind of like web him up in like a cocoon style spider way. Like you just, you do the whole spider
little-
thing and spin a web around him. And then yeah, you can start carrying him back over towards the cliffside.
I don't even know. Yeah, so I guess here.
Yeah, 37.2 is fine. We'll just call it 30.
So, yep. And, Nah, I think that's about it.
All right. Elandris is up. He is just going to try and proceed with providing cover fire as you guys keep making your way towards him. It will be a disadvantage, again, because it's 180 feet for him. So the first one's a 19, the second one is a nat 1. So another bolt lands in the ground at this guard drake's feet. Kadrian, you are up. The guard drake that's not stuck in the web is up next. And these guys are now closer to the rope ladder.
All right. Seeing as Valzana has successfully captured the prisoner, doesn't really need my help with that. I I cannot fly them anywhere. So, ooh. If I cast a spell, they'll see me.
Mm-hmm. You lose
Well-
invisibility if you take damage or cast any spells or make an attack.
Tyranny would be smart enough to know that.
Mm-hmm.
She went to a
Elandris would have
mage
probably told you
school.
regardless. Yeah.
Okay, since nothing horrific is happening at the moment, Kadrian will just essentially follow Valzana's path that she crawls, except flying like above, still invisible. And that is all. Oh, actually, well, never mind. Yeah, that's all. If Kyle's
Muted.
saying words, he's muted.
Sorry. This Gardrake is going to, with an intelligence of 4, do the same thing and walk right into that web because he's just dumb. He's going to roll his strength check, which is a 10 plus... What's your spell save DC, Valzana, as a druid?
My spell save as a druid?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my...
Under your spells.
Did you what? The giant spider, it's got a DC strength check for
No,
afterwards.
Oh,
No,
does it?
so-
Okay, yeah, give me that
Yeah.
then.
It's a 12.
Oh,
All right, so this one is not restrained by the webbing. It rolled a 13.
So if we just use the off the web thing, that's the shooter. It's just the DC of 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine then. We'll do that.
And it
All
says
right.
it's an action to get out of it. All that bull.
Yeah, I've bent that rule a little bit for this one tonight. So, Vess, you are up, and then the Gardrake in the web that is restrained is up next.
Okay. While the other guys are coming back, I'm going to lay down some cover and try and hit this guy. Oh, probably not.
Which guy?
For this one, the guard drake down
Yep.
here. I have 15 to hit.
Yes, it does actually.
Oh, yay. 2 points of necrotic damage as the skeletal hand that no one sees because it's way too far away in the dark sort of just boop, boop,
How much damage?
scratches
Sorry.
him. 2 points.
Okay.
Taps
The
him on
2
the
points
face.
as this non-visible
Scratches it a
skeletal
little
hand because
bit.
of the distance.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all right. This Gardrake is going to repeat its saving throw to try and not be restrained anymore. It gets a 7, so nope. All right. Give me 1 second here. Valzana, as you are making your retreat, you are going to get hit in the thorax area of your body with 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of force damage as you get
Holy
blasted by 4 magic missiles.
Rude.
Great. How much damage?
15.
Ah.
Dum.
Did I see what direction that came from?
What's your perception?
Bad.
Nope. Nope. I just looked. Nope. But your perception might not be so good. Nope. I was gonna say maybe. Nope. All right, Ensign, you are up. Keith, you are on deck. Valzana, you are up after that.
I'm going to continue my approach towards Vess. Basically making it up to her at that point because I'm not going to use my extra dash, and then my health site will go away. That's my turn.
Right.
Because y'all should get out of the goddamn hole!
All right, Keith, you're up next. Valzana's on deck, and then Elandris is next.
Faith is right behind Ensign.
We have a
All
buddy
right.
system.
Buddy system. Valzana, what are you doing?
Never let it go alone.
Good question. Is Valzana smart enough not to try and scale this wall on 11 points of hit points?
You don't really have a choice.
You're well shaped, aren't you?
We're not smart enough to do that. So we're just going to assume since I'm carrying somebody, dash is not an option. So
You're okay. Hang on. So you have
a strength of 14. If you want to use your dash, you're fine.
Isn't she also large? Because she's
Yes.
a giant spider.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
You have a
can
strength of
dash.
14. You're also classified as a large animal. So yes, you would be able to easily dash up that cliffside with a body on top. Especially
Okay,
seeing as it's
good.
in its web. It's in your web, so.
yeah, it's the webbing that I have in my teeth. I'm carrying an egg sack. Yeah. To make that 60 feet up, I don't exactly know where that would stick me. Somewhere on
So
fire
you're
stuff.
currently 37 feet from the wall. So if you're dashing with 60, that'll put you 30 feet up the wall. So you are currently 45 feet away from the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what
Elandris
we're doing.
is going to continue feeding cover fire towards these people over here. They're getting farther and farther away. I do not believe they are out of range of a heavy crossbow. Nope, not quite. But it is still at disadvantage. So, first one is an 11, so that'll be a 19 or... Yep, that will hit. So a d10 plus 5, which is going to be 7 points of damage to this guard drake right here. Hurry, guys, hurry! Elandris kind of yelling at you guys. I said 5? Yeah. No. 7. All right, Kadrian, you are up. The guard drake down below on the left side of the webbing is next. And then Vess, you're on deck after that.
Probably having noticed the whatever colored blood comes out of a spider on the cliffside.
Black and green.
I'm going to fly over, probably to the side where Valzana was hit. Hope that I can just, I don't know, sort of use my body as an invisible shield to hopefully perhaps catch some of the fire that Valzana took last time. Because they wouldn't be able to see me. They can only see
Yeah,
the spider.
okay. All right, I will...
As much as she hates to do that.
I will allow that. I will figure out how to make that work if it comes out down to it. All right. Anything else with your turn, Kadrian?
That is all.
All right. This guard drake is going to now dash because it's obviously noticing that its prey is getting away. So 60 will put him right about there. Leosin is up here with you. He can't do much else. So Vess, you are up next, and then the other guard Drake will make his strength saving throw to get out of the web.
I'm gonna run and dash, which gets me about here. That's my turn. Just running.
Still does not get the strength saving throw. All right, so you went to the side of the body. So, so if I roll a 50 or less, it will hit Kadrien. If I roll a 51 or higher, it'll hit Walzana. Rolled a 41, so it's going to hit Kadrien.
Hooray.
You are going to take 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of force damage as you watch 4 magic missiles fly out from the cave entrance.
Great.
What? From the cave.
And Balzana's spider mind of, I knew we should check that cave.
Frick. Well, you visibly
longer
hear
invisible.
the just groan of pain as Kadrien takes all of those attacks. Probably going to have a very bruised chest after this.
All right, that will be that person's turn. Ensign, you are up. Case, you are on deck. Balzana, you're after that.
No, I don't like running. Movement, 30 feet, action, dash. Chase after Vess. That's my turn.
Becoming a pattern.
These guys are actually not that far up the rope ladder. Back them up a bit. All right, Keith, you're following suit. Valzana, you are up. You are 45 feet away from the top of the cliffside.
35. Okay. Doesn't really matter.
45, 35. Yeah,
45.
it doesn't matter at this point.
It doesn't matter. We're
But with
we're
60,
going up.
you can easily get over.
I'm gonna say, with 60, yep, I'm up, and the rest of my movement still going. Doesn't matter. A dash is happening.
Reaction. I have an addendum. Rob!
All right, so we
Come on
will.
here.
We will. 1 second here. Want to check one thing. Nope. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay, we are going to call an end at that point. We are currently out of initiative, so to speak, as guard drakes cannot climb cliffs, and these guys are still, 70, 200 feet away from you guys, and you guys can probably outpace them because they cannot dash up a rope ladder. So we will call that initiative done for now. And we will call that the end of tonight's episode. So, thank you guys all for, again, allowing me a week off so that I could reset the mental states and get my, thoughts in order and all that stuff. So I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. To all of the wonderful viewers, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. We are working on trying to get all of the episodes and stuff out onto all of the other platforms. I have been slacking a little bit at sending Ensign the last few episodes on the video side, so I will get those to him ASAP. But until next time, everybody, may your dice be as unlucky as our rolls. We'll see you next time.